Hi guys, and welcome to the OnePotChef's official guide and checklist to the Australian YouTube gathering in Brisbane. Now, everyone knows that there's going to be BrizTube 2010, November 21st, up at Brisbane at South Bank. This is an official checklist, well not an official checklist, it's an unofficial checklist. It's a checklist of things that you should know about coming to the gathering. It's a list of important things that if you've never been to a YouTube gathering, you definitely need to know about these things. Number one, if you are coming from interstate or from overseas, you need to book a hotel early. Don't leave it until the last minute. You could end up not being able to secure accommodation, or worse, end up being sort of stuck at some really dodgy motel or whatever. Make sure you book early. And when you are booking, try to avoid mentioning you're going to a YouTube gathering. I've heard from other people that when they've done this, they've ended up having their travel agents and whatnot confused and thinking they're going to some kind of a business function, and they end up getting charged more for business rates and all that sort of stuff. So just don't mention it. You don't need to, so don't worry about it. Number two, bring sunscreen. I cannot stress this enough. Most YouTube gatherings are held outside in the sun in the height of summer, and so is Brisbane's. The fact is, I forgot my sunscreen when I went to the Sydney gathering a couple of years ago, and if you want proof of just how badly you can get sunburnt just from standing around in a shaded park, go and check out my video titled A Very One Pot Chef Christmas. It's on my cooking channel, One Pot Chef Show. I looked like a lobster for about 2 weeks after the gathering. It was horrible. So make sure you bring lots of sunscreen, bring sunnies, a hat, make sure you're sun smart. Number three, bring your camera. Now, this may sound obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people forget to bring a camera, whether it be a video camera, digital camera, whatnot like that. In the end, there's a perfect opportunity to start making videos if you don't make videos on YouTube. Coming to a YouTube gathering to meet your favourite YouTubers, you can actually start by grabbing a video camera, start meeting all these people. It could probably inspire you to do all sorts of fantastic stuff on YouTube. Also, if you're bringing cameras, make sure you've got extra batteries and extra memory cards. There is nothing worse than going to a YouTube gathering, going to make all this fantastic footage, making an epic video, and then having your battery die or running out of space on your memory card. So make sure you've got backups. Be casual. This is a very casual event. It's meant to be fun and lighthearted. Don't think that sort of there's some formality or anything like that. Just think of it as like going to a party. Go up, introduce yourself, say hello. Everyone's there to have a good time. Everyone's there to meet each other. So don't be sort of intimidated or worried about sort of going up and saying hello to someone who you don't necessarily know. It's a great way to make new friends, to network. If you make videos on YouTube and never been to a gathering before, it is a great opportunity to network and tell people about your videos. You can get a whole bunch of new subscribers. You're going to feature in other people's videos, which can get you even more subscribers. It's a very good opportunity, and it's a great time. It's a lot of fun to go and meet these people who have got a very similar hobby to you. So come along, be casual, have a great time. Bring a bottle of water. This may sound fairly obvious, but just try to remember that if we are outside for a long period of time, it may not necessarily be convenient to go running off to go and buy drinks and things like that. So you should have a bottle of water with you just in case. You don't want to get dehydrated. Be prepared for anything. YouTube gatherings are rarely static. They don't just stand around in one place forever. I know the Sydney gathering is a good example where we were all meeting up at the Circular Quay Park, and we were there for a few hours, and then suddenly everyone grouped together and we all jumped onto one of the Sydney Harbour ferries and went across Sydney Harbour for lunch over on the other side of Sydney. So it was a interesting experience. I don't think anyone actually expected any of that to happen, but we've got some great footage of the Opera House, of the Harbour Bridge, of everything on the harbour, going over to Manly, having lunch over there. So just be prepared that you're not necessarily going to be in the one place all day. You could be moving around. Be civil and respectful. Now, we don't always get along with everyone. There is almost certainly going to be a couple of people on YouTube that you know who you don't get along with, you don't particularly like. That's human nature. And there's a possibility that when you go to a YouTube gathering, you may bump into one or two of these people. So just remember to be civil and respectful. You don't want to get into a screaming match with someone over some past issue that you've had with them online. For two reasons. One, this is a fun, casual event. You want to keep it lighthearted. And two, you're going to have like 100 people holding cameras like this, all waiting for something controversial to happen so they can film it and upload it, and you could end up on 100 different people's channels looking like a screaming nutbag. So trust me, just keep your mouth shut, smile, grit your teeth, and try to avoid anyone that you think you might have a disagreement with. And above all else, you've just got to have fun. It's going to be a great day. So come along, have a great attitude, have a fun outlook, get ready to meet some new friends, get ready to meet some old friends, get ready to have at the time of your life. YouTube gatherings are always a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to meeting everyone at BrizTube. Okay guys, that's my checklist for the BrizTube gathering. Hope you enjoyed it, and looking forward to meeting everyone at the gathering. Okay guys, talk to you later.